Good morning. Peace and blessings, everyone. Happy Thursday. I am the Moon Mama. How y'all doing today? Well, thank you all for complimenting the tree that I go and spend time with each day. So I just thought I would come outside today too. This is the courtyard where I live in Los Angeles, and we have some really incredible landscaping because the person that manages the apartment complex is like an incredible gardener. He's German, and like maybe he's been in the States for 15 years or so, but he's a filmmaker and he's German, and he's just this incredible human being. Really, he makes kombucha, he gardens, and he just does incredible stuff. So like, look at this, look at that. Oh my God, isn't that incredible, right? Look at this. Isn't that amazing? I know. So our courtyard is really beautiful and very desert friendly because of course I'm in Los Angeles and we don't get a lot of rain here. They say it never rains in Southern California. Yep, it does rain, but it doesn't rain a lot. Anyway, so today is Thursday, and Thursday is a day governed by Jupiter. And Jupiter is the day that I was born on. And I've said before, go check to see what day you're born on, because what I will say is that if you understand the energy of the day you're born on, then it's like, we really are always having a death and a birth anyway. Like, that's a constant thing. We are literally moving through life and death cycles all of the time. And look at that. We're moving through life and death cycles all of the time. And when you understand the energy of the day you were born on, you get to renew it. You get to renew yourself. So Jupiter is the planet that governs faith, that governs expansion and blessings. Jupiter is the planet that governs our philosophy. It's like what you live your life by, that kind of energy. I live my life by the philosophy that I create my life, that I am a God being made in the image and likeness of God. I am a creator, and therefore, because I live my life believing that is what my life really is. But because I was born on a Jupiter day, that energy, like the faith, is really strong inside of me. My connection to Jupiter energy is activated inside of me. And so, it doesn't matter what day you're born on. We can all have access to these energies. They're available to us. And all it means that you need to do is cultivate them. So if you're born on a Mars day, you can cultivate Jupiter energy. How do you do that? By doing rituals to Jupiter. And it's not like you're doing rituals to Jupiter like it's out there somewhere. You're doing rituals to activate the energies of Jupiter that are within you, because everything is everywhere and everything is really within us. So Jupiter is currently in Capricorn, and Capricorn is the constellation that governs government, structures, discipline. Often that's associated with our work, like discipline and our careers is what I want to say. And so Jupiter, right now astrologically, there's so much going on. Like, I'm not the person that talks about all the astrological aspects, but there are other astrologers that are doing that. So if that's important to you, go find them. And I'm probably not going to have time to do the research for that. But Michael Lennox is a friend of mine, and he does aspects and he talks about all of that. But literally, I just want to teach you how to use the energy because my intention is to help us learn how to use our energy so that we can free ourselves from the old ways of being and move into the new ways. And that's all Jupiter and Capricorn. And Jupiter is now in a conjunction with Saturn, which is our ability to create structures, which governs Capricorn, and then Pluto, which governs Scorpio. but has been here in Capricorn, I think, since 2007 or something like that. And so because Pluto is here, Pluto is really the main player here. Pluto is the destroyer. It's like it's like hell, you know. And Saturn has the archetypal name of like the devil, and Capricorn is even considered the devil. So it's like we're in this deeply transformational, you know, quote unquote hellish experience. And really it's because we're experiencing destruction, and destruction is a part of the human experience. It's a part of any experience. It's a part of the universal life cycle experience, that things come down and things go up. Things die and things are born. The two always go hand in hand. There's never one without the other. There's not death without life and life without death. And so when we understand that those are complements of one another, then we can willingly walk into the death experience, because we can expect that there is a life experience coming right with it. Like I said, the two go hand in hand. It is the yin and yang. So Jupiter in Capricorn, as Pluto is destroying all of this, and we see it's happening in our government, it's happening, you know, in our homes, in our schools, in our hospitals. We see all of this destruction happening. And what does that mean? That something new is coming behind it, that something new is being born, that there is also not just destruction, but there is birth, there is life. And that's the beauty of the universe, is that we live in a cyclical, we have these cyclical experiences where we actually get to experience the duality, which is, in this case, life and death. I mean, life, death and life, and life and death. So Jupiter in Capricorn asks us to have faith in ourselves as we move through this process. And the best way to have faith in ourselves, for me personally, is to recognize what is actually happening. Oh, I'm in a life and death cycle. Okay, so that means I can have faith that the next thing, like this is dying, but the next thing is going to show forth. I can have faith that, you know, I will know the next thing to do. Oh, a beautiful hawk just came. Oh my God, a hawk. Hi, Mr. Hawk. I don't even know. I can't, because the camera won't let me flip it, but there's a hawk here. Oh, okay. So hawk medicine is really about having a higher perspective, right? Being able to see things from high up. So that is also a way to trust the process, to be able to take a bird's eye view and recognize that, you know, if you take a bird's eye view, you're not in the muck and mire. You can actually see your way through. It's like if you, if you look from the top onto something, you get to see it in a better way, right? So this Jupiter in Capricorn is an opportunity for us to believe in ourselves, to know that we're connected to something greater. And then whatever you need to do to fortify your faith, I study astrology to fortify my faith. I read the ancients, I follow the stars, I do rituals, I do things to fortify, I talk to the plants, all of this to fortify my faith, so that I have the courage to continue to carry on when there is obvious destruction all around. The moon today is in Virgo, and let me just say, yesterday was such a challenging day for me. I was talking about that Virgo energy, which is so perfection driven. And for me, I have a Virgo sun, and I have several planets in Virgo in the 6th house. So I'm ruthless. I'm ruthless with myself. I'm rigorous. And so here's what I want to say. I want you all to know that everything that I do is a suggestion to you. But please always listen to yourself. Check in with yourself and see, what I'm sharing, does it feel right to you? Does it feel like truth? If it does not, don't do it. Don't listen to it. I have studied with incredible people in my life. I have studied with Michael Beckwith and Marianne Williamson, and attended USM and Agape, and I studied with incredible people. My mother-in-law is really, famous for doing this kind of work. Like I'm not married anymore, but my former mother-in-law, my son's grandmother, she's like a mother to me. I have been in these spaces for many, many, many years. And the one thing I have always done, I take what works for me and I leave the rest. I do not take on anybody's everything because I am my own source and supply. I am a student of life. And so I encourage you to do the same. Really learn what is for you and what is not. And you can be in an environment, you can participate completely, fully, and always know that when something doesn't work for you, say no. No, this does not feel true for me. Absolutely. This does feel true for me. Absolutely. And in all of those cases, I have been in those spaces sometimes for years. And then when my time was up, I left because I'm not stuck anywhere. None of us are. So I really always want to encourage you to follow your own voice. Listen to the things that I offer. If they work, great. If they don't, great. It's really good to know the difference between what really serves you and what doesn't. And that's Virgo at its core, right? So today with Jupiter and Capricorn and the moon in Virgo, you are really getting clear about who you are, really who you are, what works for you, what doesn't. Where is your faith? And because in order to have faith in yourself, you got to know who you are, which means you have to be paying attention to yourself. You have to be listening to yourself. You have to be seeing like, oh, I'm with this person. How do I feel right now with this person, with this energy? Oh, I'm doing this. How does it feel? Does it feel good? Does it feel, really giving yourself the permission to be true to yourself. And so with that, I encourage you all, the Mars class, I've already started adding the rituals and adding, the films that we should be watching. I'm going to be adding a chakra course because it's important with Mars to understand the embodiment of your energy and how it works, and the best way to do that is with chakras. So please enroll for that. You can do that in my link tree here. That course is only $66. Our one live course will be on September 8th, where we will be working with Kenya K. Stevens, and we're going to be learning how to actually activate the faculty of faith. You want to learn how faith is a real thing. We talk about faith like, oh, I have faith. But faith is a deep practice. It is not something that is fluff. It is not like new agey. Faith is a real thing. So if you want to understand how to work faith, how to use your faith, join the class. It's $66, and the class will include the rituals for the Mars energy, the astrology for the Mars energy, the films, the music, in order to help you get in the spirit of embodying that, and conversations and questions to really, really help you fine tune how you embody your Mars energy and how you can build a new identity. With that, I'm the Moon Mama, you all. Peace and blessings. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.